Hi, I'm Keanu. Most people know me as the guy who built Tech Vision from a garage startup into a billion-dollar company. What they don't see is how much I miss tucking my son into bed when I'm stuck in airport lounges halfway around the world. Daddy, when are you coming home? Leo's voice through the phone always hits me right in the chest. Soon, buddy. Just 3 more meetings and I'll be on the first flight back. Did you build that rocket ship we talked about? Yeah. Mia helped me, but she said it wasn't very good. I frowned. That didn't sound like something our usually supportive nanny would say. I bet it's awesome. Save it to show me, okay? After hanging up, I called my wife. Hey, Vanessa, how's everything? Perfect as always, darling. The Hendersons invited us to their charity gala next month. I already said yes. You can reschedule whatever business thing you have. That was Vanessa in a nutshell. Beautiful, ambitious, and completely certain that her social calendar trumped anything else. But we balanced each other out. At least that's what I kept telling myself. Marcus and I should wrap up this deal by tomorrow. Might even catch an earlier flight. Don't rush back on my account. I've got that spa weekend with the girls, remember? Leo will be fine with Mia. I hung up feeling that familiar twinge of guilt. Another weekend away from my son. Marcus noticed my expression as we reviewed contract terms over dinner. You look like someone stole your dessert, man. Everything good at home? Yeah, just missing the little guy. You know how it is. Not really, that's why I'm married to my work instead of an actual human. Marcus laughed. But seriously, we can push these meetings. Family first, right? That conversation stuck with me all night. By morning, I'd made my decision. I'm heading back today, I told Marcus. You can handle Johnson without me. About time you pulled the boss card. Give Leo a high five from Uncle Marcus. 6 hours later, I was turning my key in the front door, excited to surprise Leo. The house was quieter than usual. I set down my bags and heard voices from the playroom upstairs. Stop crying. You're such a baby. Your dad doesn't want to hear you whine all the time. That's why he's always leaving. I froze on the stairs, my blood turning to ice. I'm sorry, Mia. Leo's little voice sounded so small. You should be. Now clean this up before I tell your mom how bad you've been. Remember our secret? If you tell anyone I yelled, I'll make sure your parents send you away to boarding school. I stepped to the doorway, hidden from view, and saw Mia gripping Leo's arm tightly as tears streamed down his face. She was smiling while threatening him, speaking in this sickeningly sweet voice that turned my stomach. Good boys don't make their nannies angry. You want to be good for daddy, don't you? My hands curled into fists as a cold, calculating fury replaced my shock. Nobody threatens my son. Nobody. I stepped back silently, counted to 10 and walked loudly up the remaining stairs. Surprise! Daddy's home early! Leo's face transformed instantly, tear streaks still visible as he broke into a huge smile and ran toward me. I scooped him up, noticing how he winced slightly when I touched his arm. What a lovely surprise, Mr. Morris. Mia's voice was honey-sweet now, not a trace of the venom I'd heard seconds earlier. Leo and I were just having arts and crafts time. Were you having fun, buddy? I asked, studying his eyes. Leo glanced nervously at Mia before nodding. Yes, Daddy. Well, I'll take it from here, Mia. Why don't you take the afternoon off? That's very generous, but Mrs. Morris left specific instructions about Leo's schedule. I'm sure I can handle it. After all, I am his father. After Mia reluctantly left, I spent the afternoon with Leo, carefully asking questions without raising suspicions. That night, after tucking him in, I called my security consultant. Need a full camera setup. Discreet, accessible remotely, audio-enabled. How soon? For you, Keanu. Tomorrow morning? By noon the next day, tiny cameras were hidden throughout the house while Mia took Leo to his swimming lesson. I'd told her I had meetings, but instead sat in my car down the street, watching the live feed on my tablet. When Olivia, our housekeeper, arrived, I went inside to speak with her. Olivia, you've been with us for 3 years now. I need to ask you something important. Is this about Mia? Because I've been wanting to talk to you about her? My heart rate spiked. What about her? The way she treats Leo when you and Mrs. Morris aren't around. It's not right. Last week, she locked him in the closet for spilling juice, called him stupid. I tried telling Mrs. Morris, but she said I was overreacting. Why didn't you tell me directly? Mia threatened to get me fired, said Mrs. Morris would always take her side. I thanked Olivia and asked her to act normal while I investigated. Over the next 3 days, the cameras revealed a nightmare. Mia consistently belittled Leo, threatened him, and occasionally pinched him where bruises wouldn't show. Your daddy only buys you toys because he feels guilty for not loving you enough to stay home. This is our little secret, right? Because no one would believe you anyway. Your mommy told me I can punish you however I want. That last comment sent me digging through Vanessa's phone while she slept. What I found made me physically sick. Vanessa, is Leo still asking about joining us for the Hampton trip? Mia, don't worry, I convinced him he wouldn't have fun with adults. Vanessa, perfect. The Richardsons' children won't be there either. Don't need him embarrassing us. Mia, he got upset when I told him, but I handled it. Vanessa, that's why I hired you. Anyone can change diapers, but keeping him occupied and out of my hair takes special talent. I scrolled back further, finding months of similar exchanges. My hands shook with rage as I found the most damning message of all. Vanessa, Leo mentioned you yelled at him? Everything okay? Mia, he was being difficult. I explained our arrangement. Vanessa, as long as there are no marks, Keanu would notice those. Otherwise, whatever works. I set the phone down, my mind racing with cold fury and absolute clarity about what needed to happen next. I placed Vanessa's phone exactly where I found it and spent the night in the guest room, claiming a headache. The next morning, I called Marcus while driving to his office. I need your help. It's about Leo. An hour later, Marcus was reviewing the video footage, his face growing darker with each clip. Jesus, Keanu, this is beyond messed up. And Vanessa knew? Not just knew, encouraged it. I showed him the text messages I'd photographed. I need to nail this down legally. Custody, assets, everything. I've got a guy, best family attorney in the state. But you need more than just videos. We need witness statements, professional assessments. Start with Olivia. She's seen it firsthand. While Marcus handled the legal groundwork, I returned home and invited Vanessa to lunch. At an upscale restaurant where she couldn't make a scene, I slid my phone across the table with the videos playing. Care to explain this? Her face drained of color. You're spying on the house now? Answer the question, Vanessa. Did you know Mia was treating our son like this? Don't be dramatic. Mia is just strict. Children need discipline. Discipline? She's emotionally torturing him. And you knew. I saw your texts. Vanessa's eyes narrowed. You went through my phone. That's low, even for you. Lower than allowing our child to be abused because what? He's inconvenient for your social life? You don't understand the pressure I'm under. Do you know how hard it is maintaining our position? While you're off playing businessman, I'm the one making sure we stay relevant. Relevant? He's our son, not an accessory. Don't act holier than thou. You're barely home. At least I found someone who could handle him properly. That's when it clicked. Handle him? Is that why you hired Mia? To keep Leo out of sight? Vanessa took a sip of water, composing herself. Mia came highly recommended for difficult children. By whom? Caroline Jenkins. Her nanny worked wonders with their problem child. Leo is not a problem child. Well, he was becoming one. Always wanting attention, interrupting my calls, embarrassing me at functions. Mia promised she could make him more manageable. I leaned forward. So you deliberately hired someone to emotionally abuse our son because he was inconvenient for you? Don't be dramatic. I hired someone who wouldn't coddle him like you do. I stood up, throwing cash on the table. Enjoy your lunch. It's the last meal I'm paying for. Back at Marcus's office, I laid out everything. She basically admitted it, said Mia was hired specifically to make Leo manageable so he wouldn't embarrass her at social functions. We've got her, Marcus said. The custody case is solid. But what about Mia? I've been thinking about that. Firing her isn't enough. What are you planning? I outlined my strategy step by step. First, documenting everything legally. Second, setting up Mia to reveal her true nature in a way that would be undeniable. Third, ensuring both women faced maximum consequences. Are you sure about this? Marcus asked when I finished. It's ruthless. They were ruthless with my 4-year-old son. I'm just returning the favor. The plan went into action the following week. I arranged for a business emergency that required me to seemingly leave town. Instead, I stayed at Marcus's place while we set our trap. All set, Marcus confirmed. The child psychologist will arrive at noon tomorrow. Are you sure Vanessa will be out? Positive. She has that charity luncheon she's been talking about for weeks. Olivia was key to our plan, agreeing to stay with Leo and subtly encourage Mia to show her true colors. We'd installed additional cameras and alerted Child Protective Services to stand by. The next day, I watched the live stream with Marcus and our attorney. Mia was in rare form, unaware she was being recorded from multiple angles. Look what you did! Are you stupid or just trying to make more work for me? She snapped when Leo accidentally knocked over his juice. I'm sorry, Mia. I can clean it up. Don't bother. You'll just make it worse, like everything else you touch. When the doorbell rang at exactly noon, Olivia answered it. Hello, I'm Dr. Reynolds from Child Welfare Services. We received a report and need to speak with the child's caretaker. Mia's face transformed instantly. There must be some mistake. Everything's fine here. Then you won't mind if I speak with Leo privately? Absolutely not. His parents would never allow strangers to question him. That's when I walked in with our attorney. Actually, I'm fine with it. Hello, Mia. The color drained from her face. Mr. Morris, I thought you were in Seattle. Clearly. Dr. Reynolds, please speak with my son while I have a chat with Mia. 2 hours later, Vanessa burst through the front door to find the house filled with officials, Mia being interviewed separately, and me sitting calmly with Leo and the psychologist. What the hell is going on? Your arrangement with Mia has been exposed, Vanessa. This is ridiculous. You can't just... I can and I have. The evidence is overwhelming. Vanessa's voice lowered to a hiss. You're ruining everything over nothing. Nothing? Our son was being abused under your direction. When the officials left, taking Mia with them for further questioning, Vanessa broke down. Keanu, please. I didn't know it was this bad. We can fix this. Go to counseling. Save it. The divorce papers are being filed tomorrow. Temporary custody has already been granted to me. You can't do this. I'm his mother. A mother who authorized his abuse. The judge didn't find that very maternal. Over the next month, everything unraveled for both women. Mia faced criminal charges for child abuse, with previous employers coming forward with similar stories. Vanessa lost not just the custody battle, but her precious social standing when the details became public. Keanu, please, Vanessa begged during our final meeting. I've lost everything. At least let me see Leo regularly. You should have thought about that before treating him like an inconvenience. I've changed. I'll do anything. The court has granted you supervised visitation once a month. That's more than you deserve. 6 months later, Leo and I moved into a new home closer to his new school. Olivia came with us, promoted to household manager. The nightmares had stopped and his therapist reported remarkable progress. Daddy, is Mia still in trouble? Leo asked one evening. Yes, buddy. She can't hurt you or any other children ever again. And Mommy? She's learning that actions have consequences. As I tucked him in that night, Leo smiled for real. Not the nervous, fearful smile I'd seen for years without recognizing it. I love you, Daddy. I love you too, more than anything in this world. What would you have done in Keanu's position? Would you have completely cut Vanessa out of Leo's life, or given her a second chance after she begged for forgiveness? Is monthly supervised visitation too harsh or not harsh enough for a mother who knowingly allowed her child to be abused? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this revenge story of a father protecting his child at all costs, hit that like button and subscribe for more stories that explore the complex world of toxic relationships and sweet justice. New stories uploaded daily.